Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Pitstick at soulproof.com, talking about caring for the temple of your soul. This theme, of course, coming from the Bible, 1 Corinthians 6:13. This body is indeed the temple of the soul, the vehicle that gets us from womb to tomb. And the wise person takes care of it just like we take care of our cars, so they run long, well, and optimally. Well, it's difficult to, even though we are infinite spiritual beings, no doubt about it, it's difficult to know and show that if you're tired, depressed, imbalanced, ill, and in chronic pain. And so that's why loving self-care of the body, preventing problems whenever possible, and optimal care when something does start breaking down is really smart to take care of that temple of the soul. That way your light can shine through optimally. I had a great teacher many years ago when I was working at hospitals as a respiratory therapist, and we had an obese female who had had her 12th surgery on her knees or her feet, and she was so heavy that she had to be on a respirator for several days after this foot surgery, if you can imagine that. Well, I looked at her chart and just saw what a train wreck she was. So when we extubated her and I was able to talk to her, I said, you know, I noticed how many surgeries you've had and how much health problem. I was just trying to plant a little seed. I was in theology school at the time, trying to help her realize that maybe she ought to have a salad now and then. And she said, yes, I have had a lot of problems. I guess God just didn't put me together very well. And that's when I realized how many people don't get the idea of self-responsibility. So here's a great little story joke to help you remember that. A guy named Joe went to work with his other construction workers, and it was lunch break. So he opens his lunch box and pulls out and he says, tuna fish sandwich again. He said, you guys, look at you. You know, you have meatloaf, you have turkey, you have ham. Every lunch is something different. Me, every meal, tuna salad. One of the guys said, well, why don't you ask your wife to pack something different? And Joe looked at him and said, what do you mean, my wife? I pack my own lunch. Well, stupid as this story sounds, that's the way it is for most of us. You know, we create our reality and then we want to cry about it. So hopefully this will help you not be like Joe and remember to take self-responsibility for yourself. When we realize what a miraculous body and mind this is, we're filled with gratitude, and then naturally with that gratitude we want to take care of that and to show our appreciation to Creator. And I found that the degree of self-care that a person has is proportional to how much they love themselves. So one suggestion is put a baby picture of yourself or pictures of yourself now on the refrigerator, on your mirror. And when you see that, realize what a special being you are, and you deserve to have the time to exercise and eat right, and you deserve to be taken well care of, because you are a walking miracle and a part of God. Now my book, Radiant Wellness, and information about this is on the website radiant101.com, discusses 7 keys that I've identified to being optimally well on body, mind, and spirit. It seems like, you know, when we buy a car, we get an owner's manual, or any refrigerator or whatever. Well, it seems like we ought to get an owner's manual for this body. So this is the sort of book that I give to my children, I give to young patients, so they know right off the start how to take care of themselves. So in the next video, we'll talk about the 7 keys for radiant wellness.